Well, then 2009, there was a situation that happened with Suge Knight.
Right.
And was he your road manager?
At the time, yeah, he was my road manager.
Okay.
Yeah.
Robert Carnes Jr., who goes by
Big Ja.
Big Ja.
Right.
Now, Ja told me the story offline.
Right.
From your point of view, what happened?
It's whatever Ja told you.
Okay. Well, let me go ahead and repeat it then.
There you go.
Okay.
Just repeat what Ja said.
You could chip in to say whether this is accurate or not.
Right.
So allegedly, Suge Knight had approached. Now, were you there when it happened?
I was there on all 4 approaches.
Okay, got it.
And Ja was there for the last approach.
Okay.
Right.
So you're saying Suge approached you 3 other times?
Oh yeah, me and Suge was always going back and forth.
Okay.
Always.
Over what?
You know Suge.
Yeah.
Some producer trying to get the toll.
Right.
And
so
it wasn't happening.
So
it was simple.
From what I heard, there was a producer that Suge was representing.
It was a kid named Detail who I signed.
Detail, exactly.
Right.
And Suge felt like you owed Detail some money.
Well, actually, it was a little bit. It was different. That wasn't quite what it was. Detail was signed to me.
Mm-hmm.
But what happened was when I signed Detail, it's unfortunate that Detail still had an agreement with Ray-J.
Aha.
And at the time, Suge was in business with Ray-J. Whatever that business was.
Okay.
So Suge came to meet me at the studio and said, listen, I hear you got Detail. I said, yeah, I got him. He said, okay, well, I want to talk to you about some business, that wasn't finished before you signed him. I said, what happened? He said, well, he apparently owes Ray-J $25,000. I said, okay, that's no problem. If he owe him, then we'll get Ray paid. So I called Ray. I said, yo, Ray, does Detail owe you money? And Ray was like, yeah, he owe me. But Con, you family, it's all good. We figure it out. I said, all right, perfect, no problem. His next track or whatever we sell, up into 25 will go directly to you to pay you out until you're clean and we go. We had all agreed to it. Suge said, okay, cool, no problem. A month later, I'm in the club. Suge shows up with like 3 of his little homies. Yo, what's up with that money? I said, what money? He said, we talked about it. I said, yeah, we did. I said, the moment he places a track, we'll pay you. And when I said we'll pay him, I was talking about paying Ray-J.
Mm-hmm.
So he was like, well, me and Ray 50-50 partners, so just give it to me and then I'll give it to Ray. I said, well, I gave Ray my word. So when that money come, I'll give it to Ray. And I said, that's your partner, he'll pay you.
Mm-hmm.
He said, Con, you know how this shit go, bro. Just see me when the money come. I said, no problem. I'll call you when the money come. Second. Third visit. I was in Vegas. I had a walkthrough at this club. He came through with his homeboy, and I think it was his little girlfriend at the time. So we over there. He's like, yo, Con, what's up, man? I haven't talked to you in like 3 weeks, bro. Where we at with the business? At this time, he's drunk. Like, I can tell he's kind of tipsy. So he's like, yo, man, where that money at? I said, well, goddamn, Sugar, you broke? You need some money or something?
And this is over $12,500.
50% of $2,500.
Right.
I mean, $25,000.
Yeah.
I said, what's up? You broke or something? He said, nah, nigga, never that, nigga. You know me, nigga. I done made hundreds of millions, nigga. Yeah. It's about the principle, bro. It's about the principle. I said, okay, the principle is we spoke, we had an agreement, and I'm going to honor that agreement when the money comes. I said, if you're trying to get the money before the money comes, that's a different conversation. Because you keep pulling up on me and shit. Like, what is it? He said, well, man, you know how this shit go. Nigga, this is the West Side, man. We can't wait 90 days for our money. I said, okay. I try to speed it up and see if they're going to shoot the money earlier. Cool. We good. Then he calls me the next morning. Yo, man, I was a little tipsy, bro. I apologize. You felt some kind of way, man. I ain't really mean it like that, but don't worry about it, man. Let's just get it going. Whenever you get it, just call me. We good, right? We straight? I said, yeah, we straight, big dog. Good looking out. So at this point, me and him always had a communication. Every time he called me, I would always respond. And then I called Detail. I said, yo, Detail, listen. Suge been pulling up on me a little bit about this little money. How you looking with these records? Because I need to go ahead and get some of these joints placed so he can stop asking. He said, don't worry about it, I got it. I'm in the lab, I'm cooking every day. I said, no problem. So now, that following week, Super Bowl in Arizona. I'm already in Vegas because I was already there from the week before. So we left from there to go, to the Super Bowl. I'm throwing this huge party at the W. We up there, it's me, Ja, 2 T's, Big D. These are all my guys. And we party, having a great time. Suge comes with his homie, his girlfriend, and I think it was one other person. And at the time, my security got my section roped off. He's trying to get in, they won't let him in. So he like, yo. So I like, yeah, come on in. He good. He walks over, yo, Con, we good? I said, yeah, we good, nigga. What y'all want to drink, whatever, just, help yourself, nigga, you fam. He said, no, with that, I'm talking about with the money. I said, God damn, Suge, really?
12,500.
Nigga, we partying. We can't talk about this shit tomorrow? Nah, nigga, we need to talk about this right now, man. I ain't got time. I'm about to head back out to LA. I said, all right, well, cool. When you get to LA, call me. We'll talk about it then. So now at this point, 2 T's is looking at his homie. He can see that his homie packing something because he can see the dent right there, right? Mm-hmm. So, and Ja is looking directly at Suge at this point. He see, okay, this nigga raising his voice because the music playing so loud. So now we like this. I'm standing on top of the couch. I'm like about this high over him. So I got him by his neck talking to him as we're talking. So, and I'm saying to him, nigga, don't worry about it. When we get to LA tomorrow, just call me. And then when I get to LA, we meet up and we'll figure it out, right? Because at this time, in my mind, I'm like, you know what? This nigga probably really needs some money. So when I get to LA, I'll give him a little something to hold him until whatever. So I'm already, in my mind, like, you know what? I'm gonna look out. You know what I'm saying? So he's insisting that he gets the money then. So then when I said, nah, it's not gonna happen tonight, that's when he popped up, was like, nigga, all right, it's on and popping then, my nigga. He said something about I have to pay a toll when I come to LA and that my mom won't be able to come to LA. And then that's all I can tell you from that point forward. The rest is...
Well, the story I heard, which is very similar to your story.
Right.
From Ja's point of view, he's probably going to be mad at me for sharing the story. But
well, if he shared it with you, then it's cool.
It is what it is.
I'd rather come from your mouth, not mine.
He basically said that Suge approached you guys about some money that was owed. Ja got involved in the conversation at one point. Mm-hmm. Suge said he wanted his money right then and there. And Ja's like, yo, we're going to pay you, but through the proper means. Mm-hmm. But if you want to get hostile like this, we can go to the bathroom or we could fight.
Right.
And Ja is about probably bigger than Suge.
No, they're about the same size.
About the same size, but very stocky.
Suge is actually a little bit bigger than Ja, actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ja's probably not as tall, but he's I think, a bit wider.
Yeah, no, they both stocky.
They're both huge, right? So Ja said, yo, we can go to the bathroom if you could fight. We could fight if that's what you want to do. And he said at that point, Suge was like, motherfucker, I don't fight. I'll have your mother killed. I'll have your whole family killed. I'll have... And Ja said he just had enough at that point. He said the mouthing off and the threats and all that, he said Ja just reached his breaking point. Ja, I guess, apparently was involved with John Gotti Jr.'s crew back in the day.
Yeah, that was his defendant.
Yeah, co-defendant. So he had already had some charges and some prison time and all that.
Well, it was a lot going on, and it was a lot of, everybody was kind of tipsy except me because I'm completely sober all the time, so I clearly saw everything that happened. The first punch came from 2 T's to his homie.
Okay.
Because at the moment when I grabbed him by the neck and started talking to him, the homie looked like he was about to pull.
Yeah.
And that's when 2 T's hooked off on him. Homie fell, and the gun fell to the floor with it. Mm. And at that moment, that's when Ja hooked off on Suge.
And knocked him out.
And Suge fell down in slow motion.
Yeah.
And that's when Big D grabbed me and the gun that was on the floor and took me to my room.
Right. And then according to Ja, security ran in and started tasing him.
And then this club security, when they came, I was already out the back door.
Right. And then from what I heard was that Suge actually pressed charges against Ja.
No, Suge did more than press charges.
He sued.
He did more than Suge.
What did he do?
He did what everybody mad at 6ix9ine about.
He told.
I'm just saying, he did what everybody mad at 6ix9ine about.
And from what Ja told me, that he actually had to pay Suge off a significant amount of money
To drop the charges.
to drop the charges.
I had to pay Suge off to drop the charges for Ja.
Mm.
Because I couldn't see my man going to jail for that
Yeah,
shit.
because I guess Ja was facing a bunch of years over that, an assault charge essentially.
Because Ja had just got out. He was
after having a bunch of priors and everything else like that. And was that pretty much the split between you and Ja after that?
Nah, me and Ja never really split. We never really split. Me and Ja never split. It just, when that happened at that moment, we had to kind of show a little bit of distance because of all the shit that was going on. And I felt it was more for Ja's protection, even though I don't think he needed protection. But normally when somebody get knocked out, they don't come back with fists. They come back on the blaze. And I know as long as Ja was close to me, he could be a target because of that. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's all it really was. And then as that time started going on, then the music obviously slowly slowed down. I wasn't on the road as much. And then then the merge happened that gave us that 2-3 years break from the music business. And that's all it was. And then with that, I just started to grow and become larger than business in music. And I just started doing bigger things on this level. And Ja at that time had found other artists that he was trying to break on the music scene. Yeah, so it just naturally kind of metamorphed into some other stuff, but it wasn't like we never had no split up or nothing like that.
Yeah, I think he ended up managing Chantel.
Yeah, right, Chantel and stuff like that.
And I think some other people as well.
Right, and me, I wasn't even thinking about no music. I was on my lighting projects and stuff like that around that time.